and welcome to People's Voice on VOP Television, where the stories that matter most take center stage as we continue to amplify the voices, concerned stories and perspectives of everyday Nigerian citizens. That's you and I. I am Adefunke Jaisimi. And today on People's Voice, we are taking a deeper dive into the North and its political conundrum as a follow-up on earlier reports of the Northeast stakeholders calling out Vice President Kashim Shettima and the allegations that the North is being sidelined by Bola Tinubu'S administration, and definitely reactions to the allegations and counter-opinion by some Northern elites. So, before we begin that story, let's look into other news stories with the civil society organization CSOs in Nigeria sounding an alarm over the country's immunization challenges. According to Mrs. Chika, CEO of Vaccine Network for Disease Control, VNDC, 1.5 million children die annually from preventable diseases, and a total of 2.2 million Nigerian children have never received a single routine vaccine known as zero-dose children. Nigeria accounts for approximately 30% of zero-dose children worldwide, resulting in high child mortality rates. So here are the key concerns. There is the part of funding gaps. The federal government has an outstanding amount of 108 billion naira for 2024 immunization. That's like been a backdrop of what's supposed to have happened in the year 2024. But for 2025, there's also 231.7 billion allocated for this year and is yet to be released. There's also the part of this vaccine being inaccessible for children. There's delayed or incomplete funding, which also leaves many children vulnerable to diseases, often resulting in deaths before their first birthday. And immunization saves an estimated 6,000 naira to 11,000 naira in treatment costs per child and returns 16 naira in health and economic benefits for every 1 naira invested. It's a sad situation where vulnerable children can't access good health care, but vaccination should be accessible to all, irrespective of where you are located in any part of the country. But here is the call to action. CSOs have urged the government to prioritize immunization and reduce dependence on donor funding. Also, state governments should adopt frameworks ensuring routine and emergency immunization funding is embedded in state budgets and utilized efficiently. But in a recent development, the Japanese government has committed $1 million to support cholera response and preparedness in Lagos State, Nigeria, partnering with the United Nations Office for Project Services, UNOPS. This 12-month project aims to strengthen local practices, capacities, enhance community awareness, and improve early response mechanism in Nigeria. That's some good news there. But let's look into more news stories with details as flooding. There's been a lot of warning concerning flood in Nigeria and 19 states on alert. So the Nigerian government has issued a flood alert for 19 states and 76 locations, warning of potential flash and riverine flooding from August 5 to August 9, 2025. The National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment cited heavy rainfall as the primary cause of the expected flooding. Residents are advised to take precautionary measures, including clearing drainages, avoiding prone zones, and preparing emergency kits. The affected states include Akwa Ibom, Bauchi states, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Ebonyi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau states, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara states, respectively. Well, there's heartbreaking news this morning. We heard of the death of Dr. Doyin Abiola, a journalist and wife of late MKO Abiola. She is a renowned journalist and former managing director of the National Concord. Dr. Doyin Abiola has passed away at the age of 82. She was a trailblazer in Nigerian media and wife of the late Chief MKO Abiola, the winner of the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential elections. Dr. Abiola was known for her groundbreaking work in journalism and her commitment to truth and justice. She was a pioneer for women's rights and empowerment, and her legacy continues to inspire many women in the media industry. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Let's talk about something in those states where the government has cracked down on unions. So report says that Governor Monday Okpebholo has banned activities of certain unions, including the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, and the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, RTN, from collecting dues and levies in the state, citing extortion and abuse of mandate. The government has also directed security agencies to arrest and prosecute anyone found violating its directive. This ban is aimed at protecting citizens from exploitation and ensuring a safe and orderly transportation system in Edo State. Good move for the people or the government, but that's some people's office. I'm sure something will happen. I mean, a meeting or something will happen, and of course that will be sorted out because we do not want to put the lives of the people at more risk. But let's look at the Labour Party's protest at INEC headquarters. Another report says that civil society organizations supporting the Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party protested at INEC headquarters, demanding inclusion of Labour Party's candidates in upcoming by-elections. The protesters carried banners and placards with inscriptions criticizing INEC's handling of the matter. They accused INEC of being biased and deliberate attempt to exclude the Labour Party from participating in electoral processes. The protesters called on INEC to adhere to the rule of law and ensure a level playing field for all parties. Well, in another report, former National Orientation Agency official Stephen Awosanya advocates for state police, citing its potential to improve security and accountability. Awosanya argues that state police would be more familiar with local terrains and cultures, making them more effective in maintaining law and orders. He also believes that state police would be more responsive to the needs of local communities and would help to reduce the burden on the federal government. Let's look into another story, ADC leadership crisis, a power struggle according to many, but the national leader of the African Democratic Congress, Honorable Leke Abejide, denies allegations of the campaign to the All Progressives Congress, APC, and vows to challenge those trying to hijack the party. Abejide claims that a group of unknown individuals is trying to take over the party without following due process. He alleges that the group's actions are motivated by selfish interest and a desire to exploit the party for personal gains. Abejide has also vowed to take legal action to protect the party and its members from what he describes as a hostile takeover. Well, dramas are not ending anytime soon within the Nigerian political space, but that's the much we can take on the news at the moment. As we explore these stories and more, we'd like to hear from you. Do well to join the conversation by calling in or texting us via WhatsApp on 090-447-32605. 090-447-32605 is the number to call us on WhatsApp to share your thoughts with us, and do well to follow us on social media at VOP TV Live. You can also use the hashtag People's Voice on VOP TV. And on YouTube, we are Voice of the People Television. Kindly hit the subscribe button, and together, let's make our voices heard. That's all for now. We'll be back after this break to put better perspectives to Senator Shehu Sani's response to the North, claiming the Renewed Hope administration has failed it. Please stay tuned.
Everybody keep watching Voice of the People. All right? Love you all.
Hello, sweetie. What's going on? My name is Kiki. Keep watching VOP TV. Thanks.
Hey guys, what's going on? Lamidos.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hafiz Oyetoro. Please keep watching VOP TV.
Shout out to VOP TV.
Very big shout out so that you are gonna live to love. Keep watching. Cheers.
Hi everyone, so shout out to VOP TV.
Many thanks for staying with People's Voice on VOP Television. Former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani has defended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying he shouldn't be blamed for the North's backwardness. According to Senator Shehu Sani, the region's woes are as a result of past leaders' failures who squandered their time in power and prioritized personal gains over the people's progress. Sani cited examples of abandoned industry, including KTL, UNTL, Notex, and Arewa Textiles, which were left to decay despite the North's dominance in Nigeria's leadership. He also listed abandoned and uncompleted projects like as the Kaduna-Abuja Road, Mina-Abuja Road, Lokoja-Abuja Expressway, Ajaokuta Steel Company, and the Mambila Power Project as evidence of leadership failures in the past. Sani emphasized that the North's problem did not start with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but as a result of decades of misgovernance, selfish power struggles, and looted resources. He also cautioned against returning failed leaders to power, saying it would yield no meaningful change and that the people of the North were failed by their own brothers who had power and wasted it. Senator Shehu Sani commended the Tijaniya Grassroots Mobilization and Empowerment Initiative of Nigeria for its grassroots empowerment initiatives, particularly its focus on equipping women and youths within the region with vocational skills to drive self-reliance and reduce poverty. He also praised the organization's efforts to empower the people and promote economic development in the region. So, some of the uncompleted projects that were listed: the Kaduna-Abuja Road. This project has been ongoing for years, with various administrations contributing to its delay. The dualization of the road was initially awarded in 2010 and was expected to be completed by 2013, but it was stalled due to lack of funding until the current administration took over. So the breakdown is that this project was awarded in 2010, was supposed to be a 3-year project, which was supposed to be completed in 2013, but was stalled and nothing was done all along until this administration took over. He also talked about the Mina-Abuja Road and the Lokoja-Abuja Expressway. He said, similar to the Kaduna-Abuja Road, these projects have faced many delays and neglects over the years without any specific dates. It's challenging to pinpoint the exact leaders responsible for the failure of this project. There's also the talk around Ajaokuta Steel Company, which is a major one. This project has been abandoned despite significant investment in it. The company was expected to boost Nigeria's steel production, but its decline has been attributed to mismanagement and neglect by past administration. There are also talks around the Mambila Power Project and many other projects. But reports also say that as president, the late President Muhammadu Buhari's administration was criticized for not doing enough to address the North's development challenges. Specifically, his 8-year tenure saw little progress in infrastructure development and poverty reduction in that region. So, seems like Senator Shehu Sani is now speaking for the president. But yesterday, in another interview, there was I think Alwan was talking about how the North should deal with its internal crisis and focus on uniting before putting the woes of the region on the present administration, saying that is not true. But it's never wrong to have people express their opinion, talk about what their needs are, whether political or not. We'll get to see more about this, how this play out. But it's never a one-man show on People's Voice. I'm now being joined by Comrade Ashade Mubarak, a former NANS Zone D Treasurer, current Director of Administrations to NANS National PRO. Good afternoon and welcome to the show, Mr. Mubarak, or Comrade Mubarak.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
All right. Before I start throwing the question, let's dive deep into these issues. You listened to my introduction on the position of the North and Senator Shehu Sani coming to talk about how the past leaders have failed the North, especially Northern leaders. What do you make of this story and how do you react to the position of Senator Shehu Sani?
Yes, ma'am. I'm with you.
Did you hear the question?
Come again, please.
Okay, I was trying to engage you on the introduction on talk about Senator Shehu Sani's claim that the wars of the North is not a problem of Bola Tinubu's administration, but past leadership, and saying that the Northern people have failed their own people and they should deal with their crisis internally.
Yes. I the question very well now, ma'am. Are the politicians, let me use the word politicians, they have to shift from politics to governance. They cannot shift the blame to the leadership of the current administration in Nigeria of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They have ruled in the issues the northern governors are having are in so many ways, because they have representative across all levels, they have local representative, they have district representative, they have constituency representative. They cannot just shift the blames. They have state representative, the governors. They cannot just shift the blame to the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because all these people, they are closer to them. They are closer to them. So that's why I said they have to shift from governance, from politics to
Politics to
governance.
governance. Okay, totally understood. But what do you make of the economic issues in the north? I mean, the businesses that have been destroyed. Let's look at it from the economic angle now. The north has complained that, oh, the government of the day has sidelined them. But here is another northern coming to say that no, that is not the situation. And he has cited some of the companies, some of the businesses that have been destroyed over the years and projects that were actually stored. What economic strategies do you think can be implemented to revive some of these industries so that it can stimulate economic growth in the north?
Yes, if you look at it, if we look at it as of today, the north in general, they have the highest rate. They have the highest rate of poverty in Nigeria. There are so many possible solutions
That
to
is
the
debatable.
economy.
That is
There are so many.
that is debatable. You cannot say that the north has the highest level of poverty without data. There's poverty everywhere in Nigeria. People go through a lot everywhere in Nigeria.
The I use the highest rate.
Okay.
That's what I mean. The economic challenges, there are so many ways they can overcome it. Generally, Nigeria is having economic challenges, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'm not an economist. Those people have read so many journals that are saying he's trying to stabilize the economy. But there are so many ways in the northern region of Nigeria that they can overcome the economic challenges. One, their governors, their representatives at all levels, they have to invest in human capitals. That is, all these almanjiris, they have to invest more in the educational sectors. These vocational training programs, agriculture, they have to move from this more older agricultural system to modern agricultural system. There are so many ways they can improve the economic challenges in that region.
Political angle to these claims. Senator Shehu Sani's criticism of the past northern leaders, for some, reflect the current political dynamics in Nigeria. But how do you think this will implicate the 2027 elections? I mean, if the people are saying that they are angry and you are coming to say that it is not the fault of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we know that the North actually gave Bola Ahmed Tinubu over 60% of his vote that made him a March president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So what are the implications if things are not done to maybe pacify or be in the good books of the North?
Yes. There are so many implications attached to it. You see, 2027, everybody knows in this country that the Northerners have the highest votes in Nigeria, in the country. So that is what I'm saying. If you look at the way President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is running his system of government, he's trying to use federalism system. That is, he's trying to cut across all the state levels, the local levels. That is why he's using the governors, he's depositing allocation. He increased the allocation of the state governors, the LG autonomy. If you look at it politically, it is because, let me say, the governors are not doing more. Yes, the governors are not doing more. That is why everybody is feeling the heat. Hadn't been the governors, let me use the governors, are making use of the allocation given to them effectively, because I still read about the news yesterday by I think Daily News that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved some amount of billions to all the 36 states, including the FCT. I think it is 4 days ago now. Yes, it is 4 days ago now. So that is why I said the governors, the representative, the district representative, the local representative, they all have to put in more effort. They all have to put in more effort.
Governors receiving more money. I mean, that's no longer news. A lot of this has been in the faces of Nigerians, how governors are receiving more monies and they should be held accountable. But it feels like more Nigerians are interested in focusing on the presidency. No matter what you say about what goes to the state or the local government, Nigerians are still about the number one citizen, that's the president of the federation. So in a situation like this, what would you propose the governors do, or how do you think the president can address this issue and make it more of a governance problem from the second tier of government? Let's talk about state government.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. You see, the governors, the president rather, the president need to charge, let me use the word charge, to charge the governors more, because I had a president, they said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have a meeting, they reported, I saw it on Twitter, have a meeting with the governors some weeks, maybe 1 week ago, that he was telling the governors that they should wet the ground more. I don't see that what the president mean. The president mean that the allocation that I'm giving to the governors, they have to make use of it. Maybe the governor can set up a committee that is going to be doing like maybe follow up to federal government projects across states, or maybe the allocations given to the governors, maybe a committee that's going to do the follow up, that this allocation you are collecting, are you using it judiciously, are you using it meticulously?
The way to start holding governors accountable. But, well, what matters is governance for the people, and a lot needs to be done. But with the growing dissatisfaction from the North, always complaining about the current administration's handling of northern issues, how do you compare these same people, how they are being treated, or maybe the infrastructural development that is going to the North with what they've had in the past? I mean, reports have said that even during the Muhammadu Buhari regime, not so much was done to alleviate poverty or maybe develop the place in terms of infrastructure, and a lot of abandoned projects were not even done. So do you think that there's a genuine call for accountability, or it's just the North trying to send a signal of not being in tune with this present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
You see, I have said it, and I will repeat it again. You see, the northern governors, we have northwest, north central, north. I think we have like four norths. So their governors, the northern governors, they have to have a united front, a collaboration to tackle, because they are having so many challenges that is affecting the presidency. Let me use the word president, that is affecting the presidency. They have the banditry, the herdsmen clash, and the likes. So their governors have to have a united front to tackle all these challenges, because that is why I said the president, with my own sense, the president is trying to use federalism style governance. That is, he's trying to follow the procedure, giving allocation to the appropriate quarters, the state governors, the local governments, and the likes. That is what I think the presidency is trying to do. But like I said, the presidency need to charge them and intensify them, that the allocation we are giving to you, make use of it judiciously.
How can past leaders be held accountable for their actions? I mean, I read out a lot of projects that were stalled for some reasons, whatever the reasons are, and I mean, for different administrations, none of these projects were looked into, and this has become a major concern for people. There's the part of the leaders always reeling out projects just for optics sake. Oh, we are constructing this, we are doing that, and at the end of the day, nothing is being done. So with what has been said now, with the Shehu Sani coming to say that, I mean, these problems in the north is not a problem of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your brothers have failed you. Let's not even go to the 60s. Let's start from the Fourth Republic in 1999, where this Fourth Republic began. How can past leaders be held accountable for their actions, and what mechanisms do you think can be put in place to ensure transparency and accountability in governance? Do you think that if these leaders are held accountable, it will help us produce better leaders in future? Because it seems like we are in a place where anything is allowed.
Regarding that, you see, we cannot blame the past administration for the current one. We cannot blame them. What we need to do is that the present administration, what they promise us, that is why we trust them with our mandate and vote for them. We can I read the news by Senator Shehu Sani, a former non-central senator. He was saying that the north, if you read the news, the news was saying that the north central, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the inadequate leadership of the past, of their leaders, of their past leaders. That is why I said the federalism system of government, that is where we still go back. The federalism system of government, they have governors, senators, the House of Representatives, local government, local councils. But most problem you are having is that these people are not doing enough. Yes, these people are not doing enough for us. I saw it now. Some months ago, a senator from the north was sharing a bucket of water to citizens, where there are so many things, so many empowerment programs they can do.
Governor. But yes, you've talked about how these things have to come back to state level, local government level, and of course group heads and community leaders. But I still need you to talk about what the projections are for the future, because we cannot continue to make a case for past leaders. You said that you would not fault the bad, you didn't want to dwell on the past leaders, saying that the president campaigned for the job and was elected, understanding what was on ground. But don't you think that this is misleading? Don't you think that this is the reason why where we are, where a lot of people get into office believing that once they are done with their tenure, they can go scot-free and nothing will be done? So how do you now justify making a case for accountability and growth in the nation when people can do anyhow in the office?
I will also, let me say, I will also suggest maybe this, a sitting governor has immunity. Maybe all these governors, they should remove their immunity, because they are not accountable for the allocation given to them. They should. It hadn't been the EFCC can checkmate a sitting governors. The EFCC can checkmate a sitting governors or sitting senators. It will be a good privilege for we citizens. We are going to enjoy a good governance, because the allocation given to them, some of them are not making use of the money. Some of them are not doing anything, are not making use of the money. Not especially the senators and the rest are not making use of the money. But they believe they have immunity, that it is after their tenure that the EFCC will checkmate it. That is why I said the presidency should charge them more to work. The presidency should charge them more to work, that they should deliver, they should stop using we the citizens to play politics. We should experience governance. Nigeria need to experience Nigerians as a whole need to experience governance.
For that response, let me take you back to something you said at the beginning of the conversation, where you spoke about the poverty rate in the north and talk about schemes like the Alimanjiri and a lot of insecurity happening in the north. How do the north social challenge such as poverty and insecurity affect its economic woes? And what do you think can be done, or what projects can be implemented to address these issues to better the lives of the people?
Yeah. Hello?
Did you get the question, Comrade Mubarak?
No.
So I said I was going to take you back to one of the points you made earlier when you were talking about the poverty rate in the north, and you cited the Alimanjiri thing. But of course, there is also insecurity across the nation, but so much is happening in the north too. So I was asking, how do you think the north social challenge such as poverty and insecurity affects, has led or maybe has empowered its economic woes, and what initiatives can be implemented to address these issues to better the lives of the citizens?
To better the lives of the citizens. There are so many initiatives. You see, one of it is regional collaboration. The presidency is trying to have a regional development commission, the North Central Development Commission, the Southwest Development Commission, the Southeast Development Commission, and like. And we should shift to economic diversification. That is, it will shift from Nigerians. We have a problem. We do normally buy. We don't usually produce. Everybody should try as much as possible to have an impact on our economy. If not all of us, maybe the average of us should try and have an impact on our economy. We should have economic diversification. We should think ahead, outside the box, that what do I have to do to have impact on our economy. So, thank you.
I'd like you to please stay on the call while we go on this quick break. When we return, we'll come to talk about Sule Lamido, former governor of Jigawa State's position on the presidential aspirants in the African Democratic Congress, ADC. I mean, he has so much to say, but we'll talk about it after this break. Please stay with us.
Everybody keep watching Voice of the People. All right? Love you all.
Hello, sweetie. What's going on? My name is Kiki. Keep watching VOP TV. Thanks.
Hey guys, what's going on? Illuminate the Fresh Prince of Lagos here, and this is VOP TV, guys.
Hello guys, I want you to please keep on watching VOP TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hafiz Oyetoro. Please keep watching VOP TV.
Shout out to VOP TV.
Very big shout out to the fans and lovers of VOP TV. My name is Tayo Faduro. I'm an actor that you are going to live to love. Keep watching. Cheers.
Hi everyone, so shout out to VOP TV.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV, channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome back to People's Voice on VOP Television. Sule Lamido, former governor of Jigawa State, has cautioned presidential aspirants in the African Democratic Congress, ADC, to slow down and adopt a more strategic approach to their campaigns. Sule Lamido described the ADC as a party full of sprinters who are rushing to declare their ambitions without adequate preparation. He advised them to focus on building connections with the people and develop a deeper understanding of the issues rather than rushing into the campaigns. Here are the key points. Lamidos Advice says, stay focused, focus on connecting with people quietly and building energy for a strong campaign. There's also the conversation around ADC's challenge. Too many presidential aspirants rushing to declare their ambitions without adequate preparation. And ahead of 2027 election, Lamido emphasized the need for a strategic approach to defeat the All Progressives Congress, APC. Here are some of the potential candidates. We see Peter Obi, the Labour Party chieftain, who has pledged to serve for 4 years if given the opportunity to lead the country. We also see Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers State and minister under the Buhari-led administration, who has declared his ambition for the 2027 presidential election. Yes, there's Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, who has not officially announced his interest, but is speculated to be preparing for the 2027 elections. I mean, there's so much proof to show that. I mean, when the coalition was inaugurated, we saw a lot of banners and buildings in some states in the north having Atiku Abubakar on the flags and, I mean, posted around buildings. But whatever the position is, Sule Lamido is telling the ADC to take a deep breath to, I mean, the race is not going to be a short one, so you need to really relax, build relationship, connect with the people, understand the predicament of the Nigerian people, also understand the peculiarity of the challenges Nigerians are facing at the moment, and the struggle shouldn't just be about unseating Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2027 elections. But let me come again to my guest, Comrade Mubarak. Hello, Comrade Mubarak, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's been a very interesting time since the inauguration of the new coalition under the ADC. Yes, there are so many people who have talked about the challenges of too many aspirants rushing to declare their ambition. There are people who have said that, oh, that coalition is a coalition of aggrieved Nigerians. But what's your position on the coalition and the ADC as a whole?
I don't have any position regarding the coalition. I don't have any. But my opinion is, if the coalition wants to have a united front, they have to have a united front. Yes, they have to have a united front. With the way things are going in the coalition, I don't think they have a united front, because most of the leaders, apparently, almost all the leaders of the coalition are having one interest or the other. And if that continues, they might have a clash of interest. That's why I say I don't have any position in the coalition. Thank you.
Lamido, who has advised the party to focus on connecting with people quietly and building energy for a strong campaign with the, I mean, the goal is to win election in 2027. Lamido has emphasized the need for a strategic approach to defeat the All Progressives Congress. Do you see the party, the coalition, as one with a mission to rescue Nigerians from maybe worse to better, or you just see the coalition as a group of people without any clear cut, without a clear cut to how they intend to redeem this, the nation or the nation's image?
Yes, I don't have much to say on that. The main
Okay, I'm listening. Please go ahead.
okay, the main issue the coalition are going to have is if they don't have a united front. If a party is if a party or political group doesn't have a united front, how are they going to defeat their opponent? So Governor Sule Lamido is actually saying the fact that the coalitions, there are so many keen interests in the coalitions group. The last time Senator Dino Malaye was speaking on national television with with the way he was speaking, I watched the interview. There are some internal issues going on in the coalition, which I believe that if they have a united front, they are going to solve it. So I don't have any stand or any opinion or any much opinion on the coalition.
Let's talk about strategic advantages. I mean, with the way the coalition is at the moment, we've seen ex-governors, ex-ministers, former senators, former vice presidents, and a lot of former aspirants in that coalition. What strategic advantages do you see in the ADC's current approach to the 2027 presidential election? And do you think that they have a chance? Or do you see the party or the coalition as a sinking ship? I mean, there's been a lot of reaction as to what the party is doing, what people perceive, and how long the party will be sustained. What do you see in all of this?
For the coalition, if they want to have let me say, a soft landing, maybe they should zone the presidency to the south. They zone the presidency in
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear.
You made it clear that it wasn't about zoning the presidency, that it's about values, it's about ideologies, it's about the grassroots relating with the people, and the ambition is to, front a candidate that can unseat the president while they work together to achieve this, but they are not zoning it. So if the ADC refused to zone the presidency to the south the way PDP did ahead of 2023, do you think that it will be a major disadvantage for the ADC?
Yes, if the ADC doesn't zone the presidency to the south, is going to give the All Progressive Congress some chances. Yes, some chances in winning the election. So that's why I say I don't have so many opinions on the coalition. I don't have any much opinion on the coalition, but we should have
multiple presidential aspirants who have declared their intention. They've come out to say that they are contesting, such as Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election. We also have Rotimi Amechi, who lost the APC ticket to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the APC primaries ahead of the 2023 election, and potentially Atiku Abubakar, who hasn't officially declared his intention, but we know what it is. How do you think the presence of these big wigs will impact the party's chances in 2027? And do you think the party should also focus on other elections, maybe state elections and a lot of some of the by-elections that is happening soon? Do you think that they should focus on this to be able to test water ahead of 2027?
Yes, the party can test their credibility by focusing more on the by-election coming up this August. They should strategize, they should test their credibility with that by-election to know the concern, the acceptability of the coalition from the citizen.
Okay, thank you very much for that response, Comrade Mubarak. Let me get your final thoughts on this topic of unseating Bola Ahmed Tinubu as proposed by the ADC. I mean, that's the goal, unseating Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me get your final thoughts on that.
Come again, ma'am.
I need to get your final thoughts on the agenda of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, to unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, which Esule Lamido also, I mean, identifies with, but is just concerned about the approach of the people in the party. So I want to get your final thoughts on this topic so we can wrap up the conversation.
It's a good thought. It's a good one that we are having a strong opposition political party in Nigeria. So people are going to differentiate, are going to justify themselves that which way do I want to go with the manifesto of the party presenting its presidential candidate. If I see the APC presidential manifesto and the ADC presidential manifesto, I'm going to the one I believe in it. I'm going to support it.
Okay, thank you so much, Comrade Mubarak Ashade. Thank you for being a part of People's Voice today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you
so much for being a part of the show today. It's been an informative one. Talk about the position of the North and how they've rated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in terms of infrastructure and how much progress he has brought to the North. Yes, there's been a lot of critical issues that have been raised, but yes, there are also the part of counter-accusation from their own northern brothers coming to say that these issues, these woes are not peculiar to Bola Tinubu's administration, but something that has been in place. But whatever the situation is, it is natural and normal for citizens to hold government accountable, and whatever has been right or wrong in the past should not in any way influence what the people should benefit from every administration. And also talk about the African Democratic Congress. Their position at the moment as an opposition in Nigeria is highly welcome. Nigerians need as much alternatives as possible to align with ahead of the 2023 elections. And yes, Sule Lamido has been very vocal on his position on the coalition, saying that yes, even though he's not leaving the PDP, he would give his full support to the ADC. But for someone of so much interest coming out to talk about some of the disadvantage this party might have with multiple presidential aspirants ahead of the 2023 election, and the fact that these are people that have, I mean, the ambition is something that maybe not desperate, but it's very, very important to them, and it's really key. Then the conversation around zoning the old ticket and how the potential of winning the ticket, if it goes to the north or the south, is whatever the situation is, we'll continue to bring more updates to you. That's how we draw the curtain on People's Voice today. I am Adefunke Jaisimi, and I strongly believe in this project, Nigeria. Nigeria will be great again. Good afternoon.